Hello, my better people. Now, good morning, now good afternoon, now good evening, depending wherever you dey watch this my video from and the time where you come across my video. I beg, if you never subscribe for my YouTube channel, I beg subscribe. Don't forget to on your notification bell so that whenever I drop new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Thanks for your support and I appreciate you all. God bless you guys. Hello my better people, how una dey? I hope say una dey fine. Yes, so I don come back again with another ogbonge one. You know say me promise una say I go dey bring her dey come hot and I go dey serve her as e dey hot. For here na gist na we dey gist and na pidgin English na we take dey knack our own. Yes, so na pidgin English we take dey talk am. I don bring this video come make una lis ten to am because this video really make sense. I know say nobody dey perfect. All of us dey learn every day, but this particular video wey Blessing CEO do, this one e really make sense. Na video wey be say everybody need to watch so that people go learn from inside. They go know wetin dem dey involve theirself into, make dem get the idea of wetin dem dey do every day. So I go leave this video and make una watch am till the end, and abeg make una no forget to leave una comment on the comment section. God go bless una so and dey watch my video and do well for my body. Oya na.
Disadvantage of falling in love with a married man. In as much as a lot of us live in denial, many of us are victims of falling in love with married men. Let's talk about it. You are in love with a married man, right? There's a difference between sleeping with a married man and loving a married man. First of all, who is a married man? A married man is that man that is committed to another woman. A married man is that man that has given himself to another woman. He has promised her heaven and earth. He belongs to somebody else. And the Bible said, for those of us who are Christians, what God have joined together, let no man put asunder. But life happens. Many of us fell in love with these married men. Most of these married men are nice. Most of them are honest. Most of them are helpful. You could fall in love with a married man for different reasons. I understand. I'm not here to judge you. After all, I'm not God. But I want to tell you the disadvantage so that you're going to take necessary precaution as a young girl. Because oftentimes, when you fall in love with a married man as a young girl, you are always at the receiving end. Yes, remember that you are falling in love. And when you fall in love with this married man, you give them your all. At the end of the day, you don't go back with anything. You have everything to lose and they have nothing to lose. They've already built a family. They already have a wife and they always have something to go back to. Now, when you fall in love with a married man, you just allow him use you. A lot of married men need you for distraction. In as much as they're in love with you, they're not ready to leave their wives. There's a difference between a woman you want to marry and a woman you want to love. Love is different from marriage. A lot of married men who are in love with you are just in love with you for different reasons. A lot of them cannot cohabit with you. A lot of them cannot make you their wives because most of these young girls, you especially, you that young girl, you have not reached a certain level of maturity. You might not be able to handle the real him because oftentimes you are dating this married man and you're not seeing all of him because you don't live with him. He's just going to show you a part of him. That's what you are loving. You don't know so much about this married man because there is no commitment. He just sees you once in a while, buy you stuff, spend time with you, buy you a car, spoil you with gifts, but you don't know his true character. And oftentimes, the reason why a lot of married men just stick to their wife and date you is because you have not reached the mental capacity to tolerate their excesses. Dear beautiful young girls, you need to see what these wives tolerate from these men. Their wives are trying. I cut cat for a lot of married women. The kind of baggages that their wife cover up for them. My sister, I don't think you can take it. So think twice. A lot of young girls actually think that there is so much benefit in dating a married man. No, there is no benefits. The only thing these married men give you are material things. They cannot pay for your time. They cannot pay for your energy. Those are things that money cannot buy. Remember I said there's a difference between dating and falling in love with a married man and sleeping with a married man. When you're sleeping with a married man, it is transactional. You sleep with him, he pay you. But when you're dating a married man, you are in love with him, you commit to him, you give him your everything, you give him your time, your energy. Some of you don't even have boyfriends. You don't have a life outside the married man. Somebody's husband. No. Now, the reason why a lot of these men cannot even marry you is because you give them everything that their wives cannot give them. You give them everything that they lack at home. So you have already covered a vacuum. They cannot leave their wives. So you make this married men eat their cakes and have it back. That's the reason why no matter how much you try, they might not marry you. They might just end up making you their baby mamas. It is because you've been able to fill a vacuum. Do you understand? A lot of young girls actually think that, oh, when I'm sleeping with a married man, when I'm doing that, you're not benefiting anything. He's just wasting your time. My point is, you should have a life outside a married man. Keeping a married man as a boyfriend or as a lover is complete foolishness. What did I say? Keeping a married man as a boyfriend or as a lover is complete foolishness. Because oftentimes he might not commit to you because everything he's lacking in his marriage, you are actually giving it to him. In fact, that's the reason why they stay longer with their wives. Because anything they lack in their homes, you are there to cover up. You are the one that is the distraction. You are the one that they are using. So you need to have a life outside this your married boyfriend and stop wasting your time, your energy and your resources. That's why a lot of women have become very diabolic. That's why a lot of women have become very bitter. That's why a lot of women are beginning to go extra miles. Is because you go and start falling in love with somebody's husband, and when they don't meet your expectation, you become angry and begin to go extra miles. Dating a married man is entirely your choice because you're a full-grown adult. I cannot tell you what to do with your life. Neither can I tell you what to do with your body. But I can only teach you the consequences of the actions that you take. Because oftentimes, when you want to take these actions, you do not reason and you do not remember the consequences of your actions. When the consequences begin to come, you start to shout, oh my God, God, why? So when you say you want to date a married man, you need to keep this at the back of your mind. When you're falling in love with them, you are wasting your time, your energy, and your resources. They have something to fall back to why you don't. You might end up being miserable. If you are that beautiful young girl who is in love with a married man, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to tell you to sit up. I'm just here to remind you that that relationship and that love might not yield anything, so that you don't get your heart broken. You need to be woke. You need to understand that everything is not about love. Everything is not about the way you feel. You have so much power to control your feeling. It is not everything you feel that you go for. Because you go to the market and you like everything, that doesn't mean you have to buy it. Sometimes you're going to work on your feeling. Sometimes your feelings are not true. They are just being selfish. Some of you are with this married man for different reasons. You actually went for money. You actually went for benefits. But because the man treated you right, you fell in love. Nope. That is not how it's supposed to be. A married man belongs to somebody else. He's committed to somebody else. Okay? Don't let them waste your time. If you have to date a married man, if you want to make that choice, you have to be intentional about it. Intentionality simply means understanding what you're doing. Understand that there might be no future. Don't let him deceive you and tell you that I'm going to leave my wife for you. All those things are lies. Why? Because you have already filled the vacuum. If you do not fill that vacuum that he's lacking in his marriage, he might marry you. But when you're already filling a vacuum, he's eating his cake and having it back. And that's why I said in one of my podcasts that side chick play a lot of powerful roles in relationship and marriage. People did not understand where I'm coming from. Many married men would have left their wives if there were no side chicks. That's the honest truth. This side chick actually cover up some certain things when your wife cannot do it well, when your wife is pregnant, when your wife is doing shakara, when your wife is not in the mood, when you're quarreling with your wife. There's a side chick out there to cover up that space until you guys reconcile. Side chicks are more of distraction. The reason why that man is with you is because he needs that distraction. That's why he will come to you and go to her. The wife is the mother of his children that take care of his home. You are the one that takes care of his bed, that actually massages his ego and actually feeds his manhood. So you need to be intentional and understand your position. Stop deceiving yourself. The reason why I'm making this video is what is called awareness, because I've seen a lot of young girls suffer so much in the name of I'm in love with a married man, he abandoned me. I'm not asking you not to date anybody you want to date. I'm only asking you to sit up and be intentional about your choices and your action, so that tomorrow you not come and start shouting, they served me breakfast, I'm heartbroken, he broke my heart. Nobody broke your heart, because you knew he was committed to another woman and you are already feeling a vacuum. You are just a distraction. So to that beautiful young girl, please stop wasting your time, your energy, and your resources. Go get a life, go build yourself, and leave another woman's husband alone, so that they don't destroy you.